Hello everybody! So I did a pre-planning video in my work planner and I didn't like how it turned out. So I'm not going to show you what I did then, but I am going to kind of do a little bit of surgery and I'm going to be speeding this way up. It's like 3 times the original speed. So I did like how May 1st turned out. So I'm going to go ahead and just try to get what I can from May 1st and just, transfer it over onto a newly printed piece. So you can kind of tell that my papers on the left have lines, horizontal lines in it, and most of my pieces do. However, I've kind of changed that on my program so that when I print it out next, or on my design, I guess, so that next time when I print it, it won't have the horizontal lines all except for on the bottom. And so that's kind of what I'm going for right now. It may change. I think I have this printed out until like the beginning of next year. So we'll see how this goes. I have a lot of stuff cut for it, so I think I'm just going to go ahead and use it for now. Once I can get my hands on more ink from my printer, and I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. But I may change it to kind of match my home planner. I don't know. My home planner, I'm thinking I might actually change my home planner to match my work planner as far as the style, just going with a white paper. I don't know. I've got to work on my paper as well. But yeah, it's all a work in progress, really. It truly is. So I am still using so I originally did my planner in the True Love collection by Close to My Heart, and I love that collection. So I decided, you know what, I'm just gonna go through and do my weeklies in this style as well. I've been watching some planning videos, and I'll tell you what, these ladies are amazing with how, obviously they've been doing it for a while, like 3 years or whatever, so they've gone through all of this awkward stage and everything, and but they do such good work, and they know exactly what they need, and I know it's a learning process for me, so that's, I just have to learn to be patient with myself, and so that's, I'm trying to be patient with myself, but I need to make sure that I'm actually using the planner at the same time. So that's kind of one of the reasons why I redid this, was because when I had put in everything on camera, I had written things that I wasn't to yet, so like projects that I didn't need to do quite yet. And so I'm just I kind of realized that I need to actually write down what I need to do. So instead of just, what looks good or what I remember, I actually need to write down, what will be useful to get me where I want to go. So some of those things wouldn't come off, so I just pulled out from my stash some more pieces. So again, like I said, I'm gonna just pull off what I can. I have like this ombre box here is from the True Love Close to My Heart, True Love paper pack from Close to My Heart. I just cut it into a what was it, 2 1/4, 2 and something, 2 and something, 2 1/4. I think it's 2 1/4 by 1.5 inch wide box, and then I just added some of the deco from the what is that called? Compliments from the same kit, and it all goes perfectly. So I went through and I cut up a whole bunch of different pieces of cardstock from the collection, from the paper pack, and I'm planning on using those throughout the whole, all these different spreads that I do. So that's what you'll see me use. Now I have zip strips, I have little pieces. I tried to kind of cut down all of my um, like any pieces that I had left over from a project and make those into pieces that I could use in my planning. So I'm hoping that that will work. And um, so yeah, I'm kind of writing things in, but only if they are like these are some of these days have passed, but some of them haven't. So I just want to make sure that I get down the things that I did do, so that I didn't, I don't just go through and be like, oh look, it's not, I didn't do anything, but I actually did. So whatever I don't, whatever I can't peel up, I just get something out of my uh, planner stickers, and I have printed a lot of planner stickers in this past a week. I'll tell you what, maybe past 2 weeks. I have done like, I don't know, probably 30 pages, and unfortunately my cameo blade is extremely loose, not loose, lacking, lacking right now. It's extremely used, and so I am having to recut things when I go to put them, in there, and so, that's part of my process right now. So I guess we'll see how this works. If I'm patient enough for it, we'll have to see. These boxes, like the ombre heart boxes, I did create in my Silhouette software. So that was kind of exciting, and being able to cut them out myself without having to purchase anything was awesome. I did kind of use up all my ink, so that's something I'm gonna have to work on. But yeah, I'm excited to be able to print and cut my own stickers. Definitely saves money. So. One of the things that I didn't care much for was I had written some of my writing in the yellow, and I don't know, I just didn't like it. So I decided, I'm just going to stick with the dark blue. That is I have it somewhere here. It is a Papermate Inkjoy Gel .7 pen. And the yellow one is too, but I decided not to use that on this one. So it's in my planner, and I think I've checked off some of the check boxes with it. But for the most part, I'm using it for tracking my posts and social media posts and all that kind of stuff. So I am using it. And I love that color. It works perfectly with this collection. So, like, it's almost the same color. It's really awesome. So again, like, if you see me struggling with these stickers, yeah, it's just the way it works. I can't put them back in there now that they're all cut down. So it's all right. I mean, I've double cut it. I probably could like triple cut it, but that would take ages. That would take so long. So, yeah, I don't know that I will do that. But so that quote says a little, or what does it say? A little something. A little practice, a little progress each day makes a big something or other. I don't remember what it says. Let's see if I can find it. A little progress each day adds up to big results. So that was the one that I had, and so the one that I put on there is going to be negative thoughts never give positive results. And that was something that I had to really, I mean, that was like perfect to remind me of, what exactly I was doing in the first place. No, I didn't like that other one, but I can't dwell on it. I've got to just, move forward, make this useful and productive, and that was my main goal. So even though I had to redo it, which, it's kind of like a swallow my pride, I kind of sucked at this one kind of thing. Honestly, that's real life. That really is real life. Sometimes things don't work out like you hope, and I still wanted to show that. I still wanted to show you guys that, you can just keep going and don't give up, and, always think positive. There's always something to learn. I did learn how to peel these up a bit more gentler, and that's something that came from this. Also, it is a way, you can redo things even if you don't um, want to redo them or want to have to redo them. You don't technically have to, but if you want it to be useful, and whatnot, like I did, I definitely wanted to make sure that I redid it so that I actually used it, because that's the whole point of the planner. And planning is, not only do I love looking at things that are pretty, because they inspire me creatively, uh, the I want to be on track, and uh, I want to make sure that I am getting things accomplished. And in order to do that, I feel like I need to be, organized to the, best of my abilities. So I don't know if you saw down there, it says it's the weekend. That is my weekend banner. I don't really have a banner per se. I could design myself one, but I don't know that I want to. I'm having a hard enough time splitting the it's the weekend up in two. So um, yeah, it is what it is. It's in half now, and it doesn't look bad. I love it with the stripes, but so I sometimes the weeks end up where the weekends end up split, like on two sides of the paper. And when I do a spread, I kind of do it as a visual layout. Um, so I want it to look nice throughout the two pages. So I'm not really concentrating on what's on the next page. That will come later. So that's kind of what I'm not sure about the weekend banner, because I would have to have like two or three types of weekend banners. I would have to have a double box for the times where they're together, because when I work, I don't generally do a whole lot on the weekends. Um, and then I would have to have a single for the right side of the page and a single for the left side of the page, and it would just seem, it would seem a little awkward. So I did use that one because they were kind of together. Um, but I will just have to, roll with the punches when it comes to the rest of them. So, however that works out, I guess we'll see. Now, this is only the second time, so I'm learning from my last time, learning what to and not to do. I think I've learned a little bit more as I've gone through this um, process a second time. And so, that is one of the things that I like, is being able to learn from my mistakes. So, um, yeah, just really, I pulled everything off of that page that I could, and so now it's pretty much just making it work for me. And I didn't want it exactly the same as it was, because what I had wasn't what I needed. So we're just, I'm putting in things that I know that I will need to do and whatnot. And since I have done this, I have actually done the next week, the 8th through the 13th, and I have learned even more through that process as well. So it's going to be interesting to watch this one, and then I will do a voiceover for the next one as well, because these first ones are going to be like extremely long, and I didn't want to make them too long because they are kind of repetitive and there's a lot of cutting. Um, yeah, one of those my silhouette blade is on my list of things to buy, which I really do think I need to, you know, if I could find like a monthly spot or something like that, or maybe I should just have it on payday. If I have it on payday, then then maybe I will remember that I need to get a couple of things actually. So, but yeah, I've got plan with me's. I've got my last two um, caddy launch projects, and each one of those um, has a process that I have to do. Sometimes I end up with a voiceover that I have to do in the middle of everything, like this one here. I'm generally not used to doing voiceovers for my videos. I prefer to just, roll with the punches and get them all um, in there all at once. So just doing it real time works really well for that. But this one was so long, like I think it took an hour and a half to transfer everything over and get it all, where it was actually going to be useful. And so for me, that was just too long. So I decided to go ahead and speed you guys up and do a voiceover. Um, the next one will be sped up and a voiceover as well because, like I said, I'm kind of in the learning process. Um, I don't recall if it's longer or shorter, but I felt a little bit more, what is the word that I'm looking for? A little more comfortable with what I was doing. So that was important. So I do have like these. Once I got this actually completed and filled out and everything, was I was able to actually make it useful. So that was something that I enjoyed, was actually being able to use it in a way that benefits, my time management, and that was its main purpose. So I'm excited that it actually worked. Live and learn, have to redo it, have to do voiceovers, just it's part of life. So either way, I hope you guys are enjoying it so far. Yeah, I got the left page done and I'm working on the right page. And I'm trying to think things through before I actually write them down because, once you write with pen, gel pens, I don't have erasers for gel pens, so um, yeah. So I'm just filling in the last couple of days, the 6th and the 7th, and I'm trying to figure out exactly how I want to do this because I feel like there needs to be something there. I just don't know what. So see how that looks? I love how that looks so far. I don't remember what I was thinking. I felt like the 5th um, was kind of empty, but most of what I did was, on Sunday, I was thinking a lot about how I wanted to redo this. Did I want to do a voiceover? Did I want to do, real time? Is it going to take more time? Is it going to take less time? Lots of thinking about how I wanted to go about this. How did I want to transfer everything over? And what did I want to allow for change? What would make it more useful and all that kind of stuff. So that was kind of just a mental pre-plan. Um, and then I kind of used that one for, I think I even moved that now that I think about it. I'm not sure if I moved that or not. I do. I move it, but it works out. Um, well, yeah. It's, like I said, it's just a learning curve. I can't even read what I wrote, but I think I got all of those. I think I got almost everything complete, which is kind of nice. Or at least transferred. I may have gotten some of those transferred to the next week. That is probably why a lot of people pre-plan, and I'm learning that too. I generally don't like to pre-plan because it seems like I'm pre-planning and then I'm planning, and I don't know, it just seems like a lot to me. It's like an extra step that I would prefer not to have to do, but I do have to think some things through. I did actually, realize, I think it was on Sunday, that I kind of have a process that I do, and it is like whatever project that I have or decide that I want to do, I generally don't like pre-cut on video, or I don't generally show you guys the pre-cutting and all of that kind of stuff, because I mean, really it's just following instructions. If you guys wanted to see that or experience that, you could ask for the instructions, and there you go. So but I did find that I have a, kind of a process that I go through for each project. So it's, right now it's kind of just juggling that and figuring out what works, what order I have things in and what they need to be in. So, and on what days. So that's, also juggling house stuff, because I have a lot of work stuff, but I have a lot of house stuff that has to be done as well. And then when my husband doesn't have work, it just kind of throws a kink in all my plans. So then everything just kind of gets pushed off a day, or I'm kind of, working off of that, and I'm trying to plan that, replan that. So it's, like I said, it's all a learning curve, and I do hope you guys enjoyed this. I'm coming to the end, so I'm hoping the 23 minutes and 43 seconds isn't too long, but let me know what you guys think, and I hope you guys end up inspired in some way, and I will see you guys later.